Hey everybody, Denise Mazzola here from Everything Dog. Welcome to our 10-minute training tip. So last week we talked about mass and I discussed rubber band balls and how if you visually think of every rubber band on this rubber band ball represents a successful trial at some behavior, and your goal is to put as much mass on a behavior as possible. So this week I'm going to show you how to do that with my friend Hank here. But before I do that, I also want to just go over $50 training food versus 20s and 10s, right? I mean, wouldn't you rather I say, oh, that's a great job, right? And I'm going to start counting out money to you, and big bills are going to make more of an impression if I give you a bunch of ones. All right, so that's what you need to think about. Last week I also showed you one of my favorite training treats, which are meatballs, and that's what I'm going to use today. I've cut these into quarters, so super yummy. Hank can hardly wait here till I start using them. And I'm going to get a lot of mass as quickly as possible. That is what we talked about last week. How do I get a behavior fast, and how do I make that behavior strong, right? Meaning, how do I get as much mass on it as possible? All right, I'm going to show you with Hank here how to get mass on a behavior. He's a 1-year-old dog. He's an All-American. And I'm going to start with the meatball. So I'm going to do a lay down because he already has a sit. And I'm going to talk to you about what I'm doing in terms of luring. And once he's successfully laying in the position I want, I am going to shower him with lots of individual pieces of food. So let's just start this. All right, so I've got more than one quarter piece of meatball in my hand, right? I'm holding as much as possible. And my goal is that I can sort of use my thumb and index finger and distribute it out that way. Okay, so it's little mechanics. Okay, come here. I had to put a blanket down because a little short here, didn't want to lay on the cold floor. All right, so to start, right, the dog's in the sit. I'm going to lower him into the down position. I am letting him nibble on a little piece of this meatball as I bring his head down. And I want him, there we go, good boy. So he's laying down with elbows down, but I want to turn him into a relaxed position. So I'm going to turn his head to his shoulder by keeping my hand nice and low there. And I'm watching for his hips to relax just the way they did. This is the final position, so I'm going to give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I can give him more if he'll stay there, 10, 11, 12, 13, I'm going to deliver it low, 14, 15, 16. Good boy. Okay. Now, and look, beautiful. So he stayed there for just a little bit. He squared up his hips again, which I don't want. So I'm just going to release him. I'll let him get up and we'll reset him. So kind of turn him this way. There you go, good boy. So I want the squishier treats. So I'm going to bring his head nose to toes is what you want to think about. He's scooted back. He's still not, I don't have both elbows down. And I'm going to try to turn his head. Some dogs won't turn in both directions. So let's just see if he'll turn so you can see what I'm doing with my hand to his shoulder. Keep your hand nice and low. He's almost turned. He gets a little, there we go, there. So this is what you're looking for, a nice relaxed position in the down. It's going to make your down stays a lot easier if the dog is in a relaxed position. I'm not quite able to get up off the floor with him yet. There's another one I started that wasn't counting. There's at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's a big one, 14, 15. Good boy. And you can see, right? Oh, he's like, oh, I get it. The money comes when I stay down here. All right, we're going to have him get up one more time. Free. Okay, so I'm going to just lower him so that he's in front of me so you can see it a little bit better. Good boy. And I'm looking for the meatballs because it's a little bit softer and easier for me to manage. Nose to toes. He's going down a little bit faster, not relaxing on his own. So I'm going to take my hand and bring his head to his shoulder. And if he gets up, you're just going to start again. Come here. There we go. Nose to toes. Little piece there, little piece there. You can see how he's fighting it, right? Nope. So if he stands up, nothing happens. You stop the food. Nose to toes, little piece. Oh, got a little bigger piece. A little bigger piece. I'm letting him try to chew these. And I'm going to turn his head slowly to his shoulder. There you go, till his hips relax. Then I'm going to feed him some more. I kind of ran out in my hands. I'm going to go back to my bait bag. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. I'm going to try to stand up. 7. Oops, 7. So he squared up his hips again. So I'm not going to reposition him in the position that I want. I'm going to stop the exercise because I don't want to build that in. There you go. Good boy. Let's do that. So just start again. Nose to toes. Let him lick and nibble a little bit still. He's not fluid yet. Still not exactly sure. It kind of fights it a little bit. He's trying to paw at my hand. That's not what I'm looking for. Now I'm going to try to turn his head to his shoulder so his hips relax. There it is. Good boy. That's the only position that's going to get paid, is the relaxed position. And those meatballs I also like because I can squeeze out. I can get 1 piece and I can get it into 3 pieces. So we can have lots of little ones. Good boy. See if he'll wait while I go get some more out of my bag. Good boy. There you go. There you go. More. It's a good boy. Right? You're going to pay him a lot for being in this position. Good boy. All right. Proverbial one more. You ready? Free. And then get up. You got a paw thing going on. Come here. I need you to turn around. So hang on. I'm going to turn this way. Come here, Hank. Follow right here. Follow it around. There you go. Sit for me. All right. Nose to toes. He's a funny little, there he goes. Kind of lays back. Then I'm going to turn his hips. If he gets up in this process, I'm just going to stop what I'm doing. Nice and low. So I'm not going to do that. I want a little more cleaner of a behavior, and he was sort of scooching backwards. That's not what I want at all. So nose to toes. And I'm going to bring him forward a little bit. His choices are to, ouch, extend his feet and lay down, or to stand up. All right. It seems so obvious to us, but Hank is a new learner. You can see how much he's sort of fighting this position because his elbows aren't down. He hasn't really had to work with this. Look how he's sort of splayed out, right? That is not what we are looking for. So I'm going to help him. I'm just going to keep asking him to extend. Oh, that's nice. There, now he kind of went down. Perfect. So give him one for here. And now I'm going to turn his head to his shoulder. Nope. Nope, he chose to get up for the one little piece. Right, he likes to orient and stand in front of me, which is not necessarily helpful for you to see him. Come on over here. There you go. Just swing. Perfect. Nose to toes. Lure him out. Little tiny pieces. His elbow is still up on this side. He's I'm trying not to yell my pain, but he keeps grabbing my fingers. I'm going to turn his head until his hips, there you go, until his hips relax. And again, this is the only position that will get paid, is laying right here. Good boy. And I'll get some more. Nice little, the meatballs are definitely the favorite. I have some other pieces in here that are steak, but they're harder for me to break up. All right. Getting lots and lots of food on there. Perfect. So any behavior that you want, this is what you're going to do. Get the behavior you want. Be clear about it. I'm clear about my criteria. The hips have to be over. He has to stay in that position. Elbows need to be down. All right, and I'm assuming that the meatballs and the steak are probably $100 treats for him. Oh boy. And you can see, so what have I done? I've done about 4 or 5 here with him. He's had lots of meatballs and lots of steak. So the other thing to remember is tonight for his dinner, he will not get fed his full normal, cup and a half or whatever he normally gets. We're going to reduce that because he just basically ate dinner while he was working on the lay down. So remember, if you want to get behaviors quickly, you need to be super generous with high value food. Today was meatballs and steak. Chicken works, cheese works, hot dogs work. You can make some treats. There's a whole nother video on here that shows all of my food prep and how I prep for dog training. So you can take a look at that so you know how you can get ready for that. Get the animal in the position you want, the sit, the relax down, and then feed generously while the dog stays in that position, okay? So, and he's great, right? He has not gotten up. He's still wondering if more food will come. There's no reason why, except for he just squared off his hips, okay? So I'm not going to feed it, and I'm not going to change. I'm not going to turn his head for him again and get the position I want. I would start that exercise all over again. Okay, you guys. So thanks for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button so you get notified whenever we post a new YouTube video, which we are doing on a weekly basis, 10-minute training tips. Questions, we'll check out the comments, share it with your family and friends, anybody that's sort of struggling to get the behaviors they want. And I look forward to seeing you next week.